everybody, Michelle with Triangle Social Media. Here, Social Soundbites with Michelle, business interviews every Wednesday at noon. I'm excited to bring on different people, either local or not local, and just do like a business one-to-one where we can all learn a little bit more about someone who is, hustling out there and providing an awesome service, like my friend Sherrie. So, Sherrie, I would love you to share a little bit, introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about what you do, and then I have a few questions for you.
Sure. My name is Sherrie Madeiros. My business is First Impression Home Staging. So we are a full service home staging company. We will help people that already live in their homes that are selling and they want to get top dollar. And use the items that they have in their home is what I should be saying. Or we have, as you can see behind me, a lot of inventory that we can bring into the home. So whether that's a little bit of inventory to enhance what you already got or bring in everything, the furniture, art, and accessories.
Wow, that sounds like a huge endeavor. So I guess you have a lot of people in your team that move all these things, right?
Absolutely. I cannot do this by myself.
Yeah.
Just like an agent, real estate agent can't do everything, right? She or he can't do all of the photography, the inspections, the appraisal, the staging, the everything, right? They need a team. So I'm here to be a member of that team with my team. So
Awesome.
there are about 10 people on my team right now. Many are part-time, but with myself, I have 2 full-time staff members. In the summertime, when we're really busy, and in the spring, we are almost full-time for everybody.
Wow. So you could technically bring in everything to furnish an entire home? All the furniture?
Yeah,
Wow.
we've got all the furniture, the art, and the accessories. So what you see behind me is just a small portion of the accessories that we have.
Wow. So I would love you to maybe pan around and show us some of the items and just tell us about the process.
Sure. Well, I'll pan around here a little bit. I don't know how much of the process I can get. And this is mirror image, so this is funky. But
Oh,
so you can see on the back wall there that we've got a handful of baskets and pillows. We've got all of our lamps and lampshades over here, some blankets. But then it starts looking like home goods when we're over here. There's that back wall again with the pillows, all of our vases, and of course, our hidden chicken. So if you don't know about the chicken, you got to go to my page and find out what the heck is up with the chicken.
I remember reading about that. That sounds funny. I do. That's a great story.
Yep. So lots of vases and kitchen stuff. And then as we pan around here, we've got a lot of plants and stuff.
Wow.
And more pillows and all of our florals. And here's bins. These bins are actually pre-packed for our upcoming move. I'm really excited. We just acquired another home staging company recently in October. So we basically doubled our inventory.
Amazing.
Yes, my warehouse portion with all the furniture is very much full. So I'm just going to give you a sneak peek because it's not safe for me to walk back here backwards. Thank you, Christine. I can see comments. Look at that. She says, oh, look at chicken. Absolutely. So you can see back here, we have a lot of our art. We store them up in racks and they're all wrapped in plastic. Not all, but the ones that have any kind of frame that can be scratched up, they're wrapped in plastic so that they stay protected. And you can see even, let's see, how can I do this? Here we go. Here's an example of a chair that we just brought in from a D stage that has been wrapped. So we do our best to make sure all of our inventory is protected and it stays looking brand new throughout the process. So here's something fun. A mattress. Why do I have a mattress in my warehouse? Because I actually prefer to use real mattresses as opposed to air mattresses. Air mattresses will deflate and they just don't look, I just don't think they look quite as good in person or online. So we've just chosen to make that space for the mattresses so that we have them. This is actually a little bit of overflow because like I said, we are jam-packed at the moment. So
that is so amazing. There's so much more there than I even imagined, really.
Yeah. And this is, like I said, just a small portion. You can see we've got little ottomans back there. We've got dining room chairs that we store up high because that's easy to take down. Sorry, this is so weird when you're looking at it mirror image. So, anyhow, that's kind of a quick sneak peek of the warehouse space that we've got. Oh, look, here's something else that's kind of good. This is what we call our bedroom. So you can see all the sets of bedding that we have. So we kind of pre-coordinated most everything you'll see. Like this is filled with the comforters, a basic sheet set, and the pillow shams and the bed skirt. And then we bring in, when we are what we call pre-staging or planning for a stage, we will put together the accessory pillows and extra blankets and things like that. So that'll be separate, but we still have at least a kit made so that we can grab and go, basically, right? So we come up with a lot of different systems like that with our bedding, with our bathroom inventory, things like that, just to make it as easy as possible.
Yeah. So what is the final result? What is the purpose of doing this staging? What impact does it make?
Well, I will tell you, this is something that I shared in a group yesterday that you were in, as a matter of fact. I want you to think about the purpose of home staging is like going on that first date, right? Pretending like you're single and you're going to go on your first date. Are you going to show up naked? Probably not.
Probably not.
Right? Number one, it's freezing cold outside, so we're not going to do that. But
that's the reason.
That's the reason. It's inappropriate. It's all of these things. But overall, it's because we don't want to like show up to this person and be like, hey, here's all my flaws. Right here out in the open for the whole world to see. Come and see all of my flaws, right? Because none of us are perfect. And that's okay. We don't need to be perfect. Okay. Right. We're also not going to show up to that date after having just done a whole bunch of gardening and we've got our sweatpants on and we're filled with sweat and we're not showered and we're just feeling pretty gross, hat on backwards. But we're just a hot mess. We're not going to show up that way either.
Right. That's true.
How are we going to show up, especially for that first date? We're going to show up clean. And we're going to be dressed appropriately and possibly even to the nines, or at least probably a little bit better than maybe who we think we are, right? We want to present our best self.
Absolutely.
Right. I'm not going to personally, I'm not going to show up in diamond and jewels and a big old fancy hat because that's not me and it doesn't represent me. I'm going to be dressed appropriately. So the purpose of home staging is exactly the same thing. We want to put our best foot forward and show the home appropriately, right? I want to increase the perceived value of the home. Okay. I want to make the $300,000 home look like a $500,000 home. What happens? They get almost $500,000 for their home almost every time.
Wow. That's amazing.
The stats, their stats are out there. Over 90% of our clients sell their homes in a normal market at or above list price. Right now, I'm sure that number has got to be much higher. But we've had most of our clients sell for a minimum of $50,000 over list, up to and over $200,000 over list price. So most common is about 100 to 150 right now for us.
That is just really astronomical. And so describe the effect that someone has emotionally and why people are willing to pay so much more.
That's easy. Have you ever walked into a model home?
Yes.
And everybody, when they walk into a model home, it's ooh, ah. Yeah. My life is going to be amazing here. Like, look at how good this looks. Like, I can afford this. Like, my house can look this great. Bam, we have made an emotional attachment to the home for the buyers. When a buyer is emotionally attached to a home, they are willing to pay top dollar. If they walk into a home and there is no staging at all, right? Like it's completely empty.
Right.
There is nothing for them to kind of draw them in. And the home is naked.
Yeah.
Don't put your home naked. Like there's just no, right? That is what I mean by naked. There's nothing in the home. Get dressed.
Yeah. Hashtag get dressed.
Yeah. There you go. Oh, I'm going to use that.
I think so. That is really a great disturbing but great visual for the purpose of what you do, though, because it makes perfect sense. You want to
Yeah,
dress up
yeah,
the home just like you get dressed
absolutely.
up to meet those first time or maybe repeat buyers, but the
Mhm.
home is like their date that they're meeting. So I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah.
That's great.
So,
Hmm.
especially in a strong market right now, people are looking for one of two things. They're looking for an investment property, so something that they can go in and fix up, or it's people looking for a move-in ready home. That's what I'm here to help you create, is that move-in ready home. Okay.
Hmm.
The other thing about home staging is it's not just about bringing all of this pretty stuff in. It really is preparing the home as a whole. So
Hmm.
bringing me in first before you move out or before you start preparing your home for sale, let me help you with the proper paint colors, because I'm telling you
Mm.
right now, agreeable gray is probably one of the most popular paint colors out there for agents. It doesn't look good in every home. Sometimes it looks really dirty, sometimes it looks
Mhm.
purple. It
Yeah.
doesn't work with every house. So
Right.
let me help you with that proper paint color, with making the smart
Mm.
investment choices in what kind of fixtures maybe to update, or what kind of quote unquote repairs, because I'm not an inspector or anything like that, but there are
Yeah.
certain things I'm gonna tell you, hey, you really got to fix that hole in the wall. Like,
Cosmetically, yes.
yeah, yeah. Let me
Yeah.
guide you to the proper light fixtures that are going to elevate
Hmm.
the look of this home. That perceived value. It's all about that perceived value for people.
Right, right.
So
So
it's
who,
a picture.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Nope, I was
I
just saying
did.
it's the
Oh,
whole staging is about the whole picture, not just the stuff that we're bringing in.
that's right. The whole package.
Hmm.
Who do you help? Like, what areas do you go to? Where do you travel up to help people that are selling their homes?
Sure. Basically, the entire triangle area. So, our
Okay.
warehouse is based out of Cary. We will be moving pretty soon, also in Cary, but closer to Morrisville and closer into Raleigh. But we travel about an hour away. I've done
Mm-hmm.
consultations as far as Fayetteville. Well,
Okay.
Wendell's not too far, so
Yeah.
it's not common for me to go out there, but for agents that I have relationships with out here, they want me to go there. Guess what?
Yeah.
I'm going
That's
because there are
right.
certain agents that I have built relationships with and built
Definitely.
that trust, and they trust me enough to know
Hmm.
that I'm worth it for me to go out there
Oh,
and help
yeah.
my clients.
I love that. It's all about relationships, right? Who you collaborate with. So
It
you
is.
must work with a lot of real estate agents, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Are there any other type of industries that you collaborate with other than realtors?
Probably I would say construction, like people that are flipping homes, really.
Okay.
So flippers.
Yeah.
It always feels weird saying flippers. I don't know why, but
Yeah. I
flippers.
have some friends who do
Yes.
that. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
I
Yeah.
have I have a handful that I work with.
Hmm.
I love working with them because they give me the clean, beautiful slate to work with, and
Right.
we get
Yes.
to put the bells and whistles on and make those
Ah,
listings really, really shine.
that is awesome.
So yeah, a
How,
lot of
how
fun.
long does it take? I'm just curious. Like, I know it must depend on the size of the home, but how long does
Mhm.
it take to fully get that house dressed?
That is such a great question. I wish everybody would ask that because it's more hours than I think people realize.
Hmm.
So, when the actual time spent in the home staging is usually, I say it's an all day process, probably about 6 hours on average. Sometimes
Wow.
it's 4 hours, sometimes it's 8 hours. And it's not just me in the home, it's me. If it's a larger home, there's probably another stager. We probably have another assistant. Plus, we have two delivery crew that are going to be coming on that job.
Oh,
So
okay.
we can have anywhere from 3 to 6 people on any job. However, a lot of the work is done right here at the table that I'm standing at before we ever step foot in the door,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm packing up. Oh, wrong hand. I'm packing up all of these items here in those bins that you saw, right?
Yeah,
I'm
right.
designing the space. I'm choosing inventory. I have an inventory system that's online for all of my furniture that I'm choosing from first. So we can kind of see, like, on our table here, hey, this is the furniture that we're bringing. What accessories are going to work with this? Let's consider
Mhm.
the home, the look of the home. Let's consider the probable buyers that are looking for this. Is it a family? Is it like high class single couple? Is it whatever? Is it farmhouse
Yeah,
style? Is it
sure.
mid century modern? Like, there's a lot of different factors that we take into account before we
Mhm.
start even pulling that furniture and the accessories. So a typical staging job is anywhere usually from about 50 to 80 man hours to complete.
Wow.
So that also, we also
Amazing.
remember we have to go back and pick it up.
Right. Yeah.
So that's
Happen
another
a lot.
2 to 3 people. Yep, and for
Yeah,
another 2 to 3
good to
people,
know.
another 3 to 4 hours that are picking
Right.
that up. So there's just a lot of work that goes into.
Mhm. Right. But it just sounds like such a wise and profitable investment to get the most that you can when you're selling your home. Now, do
Yeah.
you deal with any kind of commercial spaces or just only homes?
I have helped with, designing commercial spaces,
Okay.
but not really
Yeah.
staging necessarily commercial spaces, just
Yeah.
because it's usually that's not necessarily something that's normally requested.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes
So,
sense.
yeah, but designing one, absolutely.
Okay.
Um, yep,
Wonderful. Well, everyone, I have Cherie's information scrolling at the bottom, but of course you can't click that to go through. So I'm going to ask Cherie to put her website and all her links and things on the thread of this video. And I encourage everybody to connect with Cherie, especially if you or someone you know is now or about to be soon, maybe selling your home and you want to get the most profit that you can by staging it and dressing it up, right?
absolutely.
Awesome. Well, I
And
appreciate you
being
coming on
able
today, Cherie. Is there anything else you'd like to share? Any events or promotions or any other info?
Yes, as a matter of fact, thank you very much for that opportunity. I am actually having a class tomorrow that is targeted to real estate agents that are
Hmm.
looking to improve their brand.
Okay.
So, what do I have it called? Mastering your brand. That's what it's called. So, sorry, I drew a blank for a second. But we are going to be hosting this class at a staged home. So it's kind of cool for agents
Cool.
to see
Yeah.
a little bit about what we do in person, because the pictures always look great online, but to see it in
Hmm.
person, they understand that feeling
Yeah.
when
Right.
buyers walk in. They
Hmm.
understand the difference between the staging that we do and other people. So I don't know. There's every stager has a unique style, um, and we have ours, and we've really just kind of nailed down that emotional attachment for people. So it
Hmm.
makes a difference when they come in and see the home. But this class really is all about the agent. It's not necessarily a big old sales presentation. It is about how can I help you um, improve your business and help
Hmm.
you be the superhero to your clients, and what can you bring to the listing table to win that client over, and so how can I help you?
That sounds
So,
awesome. Please
mhm.
do. Is there a Facebook event or Eventbrite or something?
There is a Facebook event.
Okay.
Yes, I will figure out
Yeah.
how to share that here.
Yes. We'll put that in
Yeah,
the thread of the videos. We're broadcasting in several places through StreamYard, but yeah, we'll hit that list I gave you and we'll make sure to put the info. So I encourage everybody, especially if you're in the real estate industry, check out this event. That sounds really beneficial in many
yeah,
ways.
we've done it a few times, and it's been requested several
Okay,
times for me to do it again, so here I am.
great. Wonderful. Well, I'm going to say thank you so much, Cherie, for coming on today. This was really pleasant and helpful. And I encourage everybody to connect, as I said, with Cherie. Check out her links, her business, her website, and keep her top of mind if you or someone else is selling. And otherwise, we'll see everybody next Wednesday at noon, Social Soundbites with Michelle. And if you'd like to be interviewed, please reach out, Michelle at trianglesocialmedia.com.
Thanks, Michelle.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye now.
Bye, everyone.